Dude, I wonder if that episode be released when I turn 25.
When is your birthday?
July 12th.
I think this episode is the week of your birthday because, yeah, this is the day after your birthday, this episode. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, really?
Insane. Yeah, this is going to air on July 13th.
Oh, my God. So
oh,
I'm
my
already
God,
25.
you're 25. Do you have a message for you at 25? That's funny.
Move out of your fucking grandma's house.
Happy 25th birthday to Justin this week. Wow. That's insane. That's going to be exciting.
You're older than me, aren't you?
Yeah, I turned 25 in February.
Yeah.
In February.
I'll
tell you what it's like, dude. It's
it just downhill from here.
Yeah, it goes down fast. You ever been on a roller coaster? Yeah, I didn't know. I am a bad friend and host because I didn't know your birthday was in July, and I was like, I'm gonna come on the 11th, and you're like, that's perfect. And now that makes sense. I didn't know that. I was gonna try. I mean, that's not officially that I'm coming on July 11th, but I might come that week. I said, and I didn't know it was your 25th. That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow. Now I know. I'm gonna forever know that now. You said July 17th. Just already forgot.
You said February 15th,
right? I think I realized when I did the episode with Patrick, I forgot to do the intro. I think we just went right into it. We're like, this is Marvel stuff. Here we go. I forgot. It was so different.
I loved your guys' Fast 9 review. I just love Patrick finally putting Fast and Furious in its place.
Let's see. All right, let's get into it then. We got some movie news. Welcome to History of Popcorn, ladies and gentlemen. We are your Secret Public Movie Club. I am Elijah.
I am Juice Stain.
And we are Juice, and we are your host. Let's see. We got a few stories. If we don't get through them all, we can wait for next week because we only have a certain amount of time, but I think we'll get through it. Let's see. I'm going to start with, have you heard about this?
Oh, yeah. We still have plenty of time.
When was the last time you ate a food and was like, I want to know how this came to be? Of any food product, you're like, this, I don't know. Like, I have it here. I have a Cheeto Puff right here, just sitting on my desk. I wanted to know who created this. When was the last time you thought that? It's not a Cheeto movie. Don't get excited, Cheeto fans.
I have not thought of that until right now with that Cheeto that you're just holding.
Who decided to make Cheeto Puffs? But we are getting a food
I'm now very
movie.
Disappointed that it's not about
puffs. I shouldn't have teased that. I mean, it's not a Cheeto movie. We're getting a Pop-Tart movie about the creation of the Pop-Tart from, get this, Jerry Seinfeld is producing, writing, and starring and directing a movie about the creation of the Pop-Tart. Yes.
What?
Yep.
What's up with all those Pop-Tarts?
It's
they tarts.
It's coming to Netflix, I guess, and it's from a joke that inspired it from his stand-up set called 23 Hours to Kill. And it was about the first time he discovered a Pop-Tart as a kid. He brought back the notorious writers that he worked with on B Movie. So that should be.
Oh, no.
Yeah. This is going to be Seinfeld's first big screen movie role since he was made a cameo in Top 5, that Chris Rock movie. But he hasn't starred in a role since B Movie, which is insane. So he's fine. Like, why he decided to come back for a Pop-Tart movie, I don't understand. And he's directing it. This is his first time directing a feature film too. He's directed a couple stand-up specials from I forgot who it was, but this is his first movie, which is insane.
This is so Jerry Seinfeld though, because no, I mean, like, for him to this is just so and I'm not really saying this in a good way, it's just like B Movie where he only has one little premise, and you can just tell just by this. This does not need to be a movie.
Apparently
Like
not, but I mean,
the first time he
how
discovered
interesting can that be?
Pop-Tarts as a kid.
It's not about him discovering Pop-Tarts. It's about the creation of Pop-Tarts, and it's just he wrote on his Twitter saying, "Yes, it's the same lunatic writing team that gave the uncomfortable hit B movie," and he said the story of how the Pop-Tart was invented is told like the right stuff, which was like an intense space program, like in the beginning of the space program era, and so it's going to be super intense and high stakes. And then he said a few parts we did not make up, so it's gonna it's gonna be there's gonna be some true facts in it. And then he said I work clean, so it's gonna be probably a PG movie. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, you know what? Let's move on.
Isn't that weird though? What a choice. I'm like, he's never in movies. Like what? Like it's weird that he's doing this. It's weird that he's doing this.
It is. I don't know. Like that's so fucking weird. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that at all. Because it's just. When was the last time you saw Jerry Seinfeld do anything good too?
I liked his comedians in Coffee.
Besides Seinfeld, like Seinfeld's like.
But that's just an interview show, which is enjoying people. But yeah, like a product of his acting and writing and stuff. I haven't followed it too much, honestly. I just know of him, which is the weird part. Like he's not a movie star. He's just a guy now, a famous guy who's funny sometimes. I can't remember any of his jokes.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Unfrosted is what the movie's called.
That is weird. Unfrosted.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, did you like B movie?
I'm probably. I don't think so. I don't know. No, I don't think I did. No. I try to dance around weird. Saying whether or not I like a movie. If I don't like it, I don't want to say it publicly because it's like I feel bad. But yeah,
dude, B movie, like the second I rewatched that when it was on Netflix, and just the relationship between him and Renee Zellweger is just already weird enough. The movie's already fucking strange, but that, and then having them like get married in the end, it's super weird. So I'm glad that he's even poking fun at like that B movie's
the uncomfortable hit.
He's got the same writers.
Yeah.
So I mean, like at least there's that, but
Pop-Tart
movie, man.
Pop-Tarts.
A whole Jerry Seinfeld directed, written, and led Pop-Tart movie.
Yeah. We'll see it. It's coming to Netflix, so we'll be able to watch it. We won't have to pay too much for it. We'll see, though.
It sounds like a perfect Netflix movie.
Yeah. The algorithm will be nice, probably, though, because it's Jerry Seinfeld. Let's see. Our next movie is based on a toy. Where, like we said we were going to mention Mattel Films quite frequently. This is coming from Mattel Films, who are doing the Uno movie, and they're doing Rock'em Sock'em Robots, and they are now coming out with a Polly Pocket movie with Lily Collins and Lena Dunham set to write and direct. I'm surprised Lena Dunham's back. Yeah, I thought.
Yeah,
I'm surprised she's back. I thought she was gonna kind of fade away into her own abyss, but she has not. She's doing this movie with Lily Collins, who is known for that terrible show called Emily in Paris on Netflix. Have you seen that yet?
No, I've heard brilliant. I heard lovely things about it though.
That's one of the hardest shows to watch. I was like 2 episodes in. I'm like, I have to finish this. I have to like hate watch this, and I did.
Yeah,
because it's some of the worst writing. I think we've talked about it before. It's some of the worst writing and acting I've ever seen, because it's like so much innuendo because of the language barrier and all this stuff. And it's just, and they're getting a season 2, so I have to watch that as well, because I can't believe bad TV like that exists on such a high level, and people are like, "This is incredible." I'm like, "What?" It's so hard to do that. But this is Polly Pocket. If people don't know, is like it's a doll. That's like, it's like this little doll that fits in like a pocket-sized compartment, and it's like a whole world. You can just pop it open, and they have like different like settings, like barbershop, a skate park, like all this other stuff. And so it's basically going to be like life size, but it's a little person, like a tiny pocket sized person, because it follows a young girl and a pocket sized woman who form a friendship. So
Yeah, I don't know. I thought Lena Dunham was like canceled like forever
yeah,
ago.
that's what I thought too, because she came out with her autobiography, and there was some really
Weird shit.
scarring stuff in there that she did to her family and stuff, and just a lot of stuff. And yeah, I
Yeah.
guess people want to
Well,
work with her.
she's just an annoying person too. She's one of those like whenever she's doing interviews, just like just shut up,
She reminds
stop
me of
talking.
Brie Larson in the way of like being really
Yes.
like egotistical and talking down to people all the time. It seems like.
Yeah, and Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer
Yeah,
Lawrence is the same thing.
she
Yeah,
grew into that too. Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
something
Dunham,
about like
if you guys don't know, she's
those.
the creator of Girls, and she did another movie that got her on the map called Tiny Furniture. But I'm not a
That
big.
one I own. I own that movie.
Yeah.
I really liked that movie, and I liked. Well, yeah, no, that was before she like because there's this thing with there's this thing with certain like female artists, especially like once they have a certain amount of popularity, they feel like they're gods kind of,
Mhm.
and that they are like almighty beings of the universe, and that they can say and do whatever they want because they're women kind of. Like I mean like that sounds a little misogynistic and sexist, but I mean like you could see it with like Elizabeth Banks with Charlie's Angels,
Oh
and
yeah.
what they
I
kind of
remember
did
that.
with Ghostbusters, the female Ghostbusters, where it's not really about equality and about like it's all about just taking one person down because it's ridiculous stuff. But
Yeah.
there's something about that like that, and that's the reason why Lena Dunham has just been on top of the shit list, because she just the things that she says and the things that she does is just like super questionable and contradicting what the overall message is.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. Anyways, this is just like I don't like. There's something about Patel Films right now where like they just keep like you and I have been doing this podcast now for a little bit, for a few months, and we've already had so many different stories about this company making movies, but they
Yeah, this
haven't
toy
made
company.
one
They
fucking
all are
movie.
just starting. Yeah, they're hitting the ground running.
Yeah, like do one first. Make
See
one
if they like
successful
your
movie.
see if they like your
Yeah.
product. That's funny.
Stop just spewing all these ideas at us. You're giving us major Warner Bros. DC vibes.
Yeah, Mattel Films. I did the first time we heard about them. We're like, holy crap, we're gonna be talking about them a lot on this show. I feel like, and we have been. It's like every like 4 weeks. It seems like we're doing a
Yeah,
topic about it. I mean, they have a lot of toy products. That's the thing. Like, oh yeah, they're making a
totally.
Hot Wheels movie too. It's insane. Like that's just basically Fast and Furious. That the new Fast and Furious is a Hot Wheels movie because it's just like people playing with toys, and they're just like, let's make that into a movie. It doesn't have to make sense.
Yeah, they shouldn't. They should just leave that be. What they should just do is go if they were gonna do that Uno heist
They
film
should have
with
started with
little
that. I would have
Yachty.
loved that.
Yeah, just go for it. Like
Yeah.
that's a perfect, because it's so weird. And
A
like
heist
like
film about
I'm
Uno.
not a big fan of that idea, but like if they just like started with that, like this is gonna be our first movie and we're just gonna go for
That makes
it.
sense.
But
Uno,
you know what?
one, just one. It's their first.
Yeah, there you go. See, there's that. There's that. See, there's so much. See, you and I should be working for them.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they're doing all this. Polly Pocket.
I am too. So what is it? It's Polly Pocket, the Uno movie, Hot Wheels. There's another one, wasn't there?
Rock'em Sock'em, I think.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots. So
Which
yeah,
has
so
Vin Diesel.
basically, yeah, so Rock'em Sock'em Robots is just basically they're just gonna be Transformers. Hot Wheels is just gonna be Fast and Furious. Uno is like its own fucking thing. They're gonna do like Ocean's 11 with that.
That's what I was gonna say.
And then yeah. And now this Polly Pocket is just life size. So they're basically just watching other movies and just like realizing like, guys,
Connecting
make toys
it.
we can yeah,
connecting it.
like
to
why do
their
we have to
products.
write a whole story, guys, and we can just like just copy something and just slap our product on it.
Yeah.
Besides Uno, there's just one guy in the corner office that was like, oh, guys, I have a good idea.
They all had to draw like sticks or something, and like they all have a different product. It's like, oh man, Carl got Uno, dude. Carl got Uno. What are you gonna do? I don't know, man.
Dude, I'm best friends with Lil Yachty.
Lil Yachty. He's
Yeah.
just blasting Lil Yachty in his headphones.
Dude, my cousin's dating Lil Yachty right now, and him and I have like the craziest idea.
That'd be a funny way to start doing movies, of just being like, you get this concept, you get this concept. I think that's how it works, but they just throw them out like.
Yeah, no, that's usually like a studio will be like so desperate to try to like turn something in or like do like a sequel. Like we you and I always talk about the having just a specific release date. A lot of studios just have like a title, a star, basic premise, release date, and then writers they're just like, come on, guys.
Just
and then I always just imagine that gif of Kermit with the
just going real fast. Pump it out.
Yeah. That draft wasn't good enough. Let's hire 16 more writers, guys.
Yeah. That's Let's see.
And it always, with those kinds of movies, you always see like Thomas Lennon and Robert Robert what's his face, the guys that did Night at the Museum, Reno 911, really good writers, but you always see them attached to fucking awful movies.
Yeah, just probably credited for just like one or two jokes. It's like, okay, that's cool, but we have to credit them.
They're the only like studio writers that have been open about like, yeah, we're just doing this shit for money. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah, so Polly Pocket. The only thing I want to take away from this is, for people who don't know, Lily Collins was in Tarzan. That was her first ever role. She played a baby chimp, I guess. Oh. And her dad did the music for all of Tarzan, Phil Collins. Fun stuff.
God.
So that's she got in the industry because she knew people. She started as a baby monkey in Tarzan because her dad.
How could I have never known that Lily Collins is the daughter of Phil Collins?
Right. I like to say that every time we mention her. I think I said that before, or every time I mention her, I'm like, that's Phil Collins' daughter. So
I love that. I kind of really
Phil
really,
Collins
really
was like, I'll do the music for you, but you got to put my daughter in it. Okay. But she
love when
plays baby chimp, so she's probably just a child.
Whenever I think of Phil Collins, I always think of Trey Parker when they did South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. Mm-hmm. He was nominated for an Oscar for Best Original Song for Blame Canada.
Oh, wow.
And he lost to Phil Collins, so he's always like, whenever he's interviewed and people are like,
Phil Collins.
You got nominated. Yeah, he's like, I lost to Phil Collins. He's like, does anybody remember that song? And everyone's like, no. And everyone's like singing Blame Canada. Blame Canada.
So it's another week, Justin, and we got another Nicolas Cage movie.
Oh, thank God.
This one has, the cast is Nicolas Cage, Ron Perlman, Ashley Greene from Twilight, if anyone knows, and Jackie Earle Haley. This movie's called The Retirement Plan, and the synopsis goes as, when Ashley, played by Ashley Greene, and her daughter Sarah get caught up in a criminal enterprise that puts their lives at risk, she turns to the only person who can help, her estranged father Matt, played by Nicolas Cage, currently living a life of a retired beach bum in the Cayman Islands. Their reunion is fleeting as they soon are tracked down on the island by the crime boss Donnie, played by Jackie Earle Haley, and his lieutenant Bobo, played by Ron Perlman. As Ashley, Sarah, and Matt are entangled in an increasingly dangerous web, Ashley quickly learns her father had a secret past that she knew nothing about, and that there is more to her father that meets the eye. I don't think it ends there. Does it end there? Yes, it does. That's the end. Okay, that's the synopsis. But yeah, Nicolas Cage action movie where he fights Jackie Earle Haley and Ron Perlman. And I'm picturing like the beach bum of Matthew McConaughey, that type of style. Mm-hmm. He looks pretty rugged from Pig. I feel like he was like, I want to keep this look for my next movie. Let's do something. And they made him a bum in this.
I really just want, or I love that we're getting all these Nicolas Cage projects. I love it. But I really just want the unbearable weight of massive talent.
Yeah, it's
all I want.
It's in post-production. When does it come out? They're editing it. They have some photos. Have you seen the photos?
Yeah, no, I'm actually looking at them right now.
there's like he's wearing a wig that looks like
his hair,
a younger version of him. Yeah, from what era do you think that is? Like
that looks like his hair almost? from like Vampire's Kiss.
Oh yeah.
Or it looks like Finn I've had enough for Vampire's Kiss. I
Oh
just
yeah,
love this one.
that's probably a flashback because there's other ones he looks normal. He just has his spray on
Yeah,
beard and short hair.
I love how the one where he's he has a leather jacket with a
The
pink
pink
leather
one,
jacket,
yeah,
a Superman, a poodle,
and wings.
wings.
Whoa, yeah, he was gonna play Superman. I wonder if they're gonna mention that a lot.
Oh, you know they are. I'm sure, dude, that script is fucking bizarre. So I'm sure that this movie, I'm sure it's a really hard movie to try to do.
Hmm.
Anyways, to back to the other one.
Retirement plan, yeah.
I'm with it. I'm with any Nicolas Cage movie, honestly. Like
I'm not
there's really
familiar with the
nothing.
director. The director hasn't done much, which is kind of weird. He made his biggest movie is called The Cradle, which was a horror movie in 2007. But
Hmm.
interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I just love the man. I just love the man.
He is yeah, I'm excited for his Joe. He's gonna play Joe Exotic. Did you ever watch the Tiger King documentary on Netflix? Were you one of those people?
I didn't finish it because I did not think it needed to be a mini series at all.
Hmm.
But
And there's like 3 different productions coming out about it too, about different casts. There's one on
yeah,
Netflix, there's
but
one on like Hulu, and there's one on TV. It's like,
yeah,
huh.
yeah. I yeah, I thought that story was a little overrated, but if anybody can give the Joe Exotic character uh uh um justice, it would definitely be Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. I feel like this is not gonna be a big movie, honestly, the retirement plan, but
Oh
it's on
no.
our radar because Nic Cage. I like that Ron Perlman's name is Bobo. He's probably gonna play a
Yeah.
doofus character or something sidekick.
I'm pretty sure this is like the fifth movie they've done together too.
Ron
They've done a
Perlman and
lot of
Nick.
movies together. Yeah. Like a lot of straight to DVD shitty shits.
Hmm. I could see that. Yeah, that's all we can say about that. Gotta mention Nicolas Cage whenever we can. Let's see. Um, we're getting what's it called? Romeo and Juliet spinoff
Oh
movie. Have you
no.
heard about this?
I'm not.
It's called Rosaline. It's a comedic retelling of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, told from the point of view of Romeo's ex, Rosaline, the woman Romeo first claimed his love before he falls for Juliet. And I believe that's the cousin of Juliet too, so they're related because they meet at like a family party. But it has Caitlin Dever from what's her Booksmart? She's gonna play Rosaline,
Uh,
and the writer or the director is also the person who um, helped write the movie Booksmart. Her name's Karen Maine.
nice.
She also oh no. I stand corrected. That's wrong. She directed a movie and wrote a movie called Yes, God, Yes with the girl from Stranger Things.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, that movie, I like that movie.
Yeah, so this is her follow-up to that movie. It's my bad. Nothing about Booksmart except for Caitlin Dever is joined. It's also written by Scott, I don't know how to say his name, Scott Newsetter or something. He was one of the writers of 500 Days of Summer. He wrote The Disaster Artist and a
Mm.
couple Spectacular Now and a couple John Green books, Paper Towns and The Fault in Our Stars. So I like his writing.
Yeah, him and Michael H. Weber.
Yeah, this one's just Scott though by himself.
Oh, interesting. That must
Yeah,
be the
which is
first
really
time.
interesting. Yeah. Usually they write together. Um, but someone just joined the cast. Her Isabella Merced, who played the new Dora, the live action Dora. She's also coming out with a movie with Jason
Mm.
Momoa called something, a Netflix movie with Jason Momoa. It looks pretty good. Um, she's gonna play. Who is she gonna play? Oh, she's playing Juliet. Okay. So that's going to be interesting. I wonder who would play Romeo because it's
Interesting.
going to be from the perspective of that, but it's a comedic retelling. So it should be interesting. I've never really thought about a different perspective of that movie like that.
Yeah. No, I mean like that's a good team though.
Mm-hmm. It
So
could go. I
I
think it
have
could be
I have
pretty good.
faith in that. Yeah. I have a lot of faith in that because if it was like the director of Daddy's Home too, then I'd be like, oh God.
Yeah, this seems like it's a passion project, it seems like.
Yeah. From the director Daddy's Home 2 and A Bad Mom's Christmas. Yeah, no, that seems like I really like Caitlin Dever too. She's just so sweet.
Let's
She needs
see.
to be protected at
Yeah,
all costs.
I like Shakespeare stuff. I wonder if they're gonna try to talk in iambic pentameter in the movie. That would be very interesting, I think.
Feels like it might be one of those uh, set back in the day, but they're talking modern day type situations.
Yeah, they didn't want to put that much effort into it.
Yeah, seems like it might be like that, but hopefully it's smart and
Maybe
it's
what if like
clever.
Romeo and Juliet are the only ones who talk like that, and then like everyone off on the side characters are just like, what the fuck? Why are they like that?
Yeah, no, I think they're gonna try to do what they did with A Million Ways to Die in the West, but hopefully a little bit better.
Oh yeah,
Like everybody around them talks like old timey, and it's just Seth MacFarlane and Charlize Theron.
like making fun of it all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's definitely the best one so far. We got.
Yeah, yep, I agree. Let's see. There's this next one is really I'm excited for. It's Christoph Waltz and William Dafoe are teaming up for a Western, and it sounds really good.
Ooh.
The movie's called Dead for a Dollar. I know directing is pretty important to these Western movies if they're going to be good. And the director attached to this, his name is Walter Hill. He's done quite a few things. He did
What?
48 hours, another 48 hours. He directed The Warriors. He's a big producer from
Yeah,
the 80s who blew up in the 80s, and he's done a lot of movies. His last two movies were kind of bizarre.
awful.
He did The Assignment with Michelle Rodriguez, and Bullet to the Head with Sylvester Stallone was his last ones. And I feel like those were just payment jobs for this one because this sounds like a really good movie. Like I said, it's called Dead for a Dollar, and it has Christoph Waltz and Willem Dafoe, and it goes as set in the New Mexico territory of Chihuahua in 1897. A story will follow Max Borland, who's played by Waltz, a famed bounty hunter hired to find and return Rachel Price, the politically progressive wife of Nathan Price, a successful Santa Fe businessman. Max is told she has been kidnapped by an African-American army deserter, Elijah Jones, and is being held for ransom in Mexico. When Max goes south of the border, he soon runs across his sworn enemy, American Joe Cribbins, played by Dafoe, a professional gambler, sometime outlaw, who Max tracked down and sent to prison years before. When Borland finds Rachel and Elijah hiding deep in the wilds of the Mexican desert, he discovers that Rachel has willingly fled from an abusive husband, and the runaway soldier is, in fact, her romantic partner. Max is now faced with a dilemma. Does he return the wife back to the border to the man who hired him, or does he aid Rachel's bid for freedom and fight off ruthless hired guns with his longtime criminal rival?
Nice.
Yeah, I
Hey,
think that could be really good. Is William Dafoe American?
I think
Willem Dafoe.
I think Willem Dafoe has his own country. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you.
Yeah, he's an American actor. Okay, interesting.
He's probably just one of those actors that just like kind of like makes his own accent.
He has a very distinct way of speaking for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Walter
Christoph
Hill,
Waltz
man.
is. Yeah, I had actually not heard that name before until today. I was like, holy crap, he's
Really?
done a lot. Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done a lot. He's a
Dude,
produced
he did me.
Alien movies.
Yeah. Dude, he also directed the movie that brought me and Patrick together, which is Streets of Fire. Which, if you haven't seen Streets of Fire, you definitely watch Streets of Fire. It has Willem Dafoe, actually, in one of his first movies. It also has Rick Moranis in his first movie.
Oh yeah, 1982.
Also has Diane
84.
Lane, who is great in it.
Oh wow.
Everything
Willem
about
Dafoe's
it
really
is
young in that.
yeah. It's a bizarre film that bombed horrifically
Corey
at
Feldman.
its time. Yeah, dude. No, it has Bill Paxton's in it as well, but he's only in it for a scene. Yeah, no, that movie's great. And that is it's just quintessential 80s. So I mean, like, but I really like Walter Hill movies. Like, I like 48 Hours. I even like Brewster's Millions. but yeah, his shit doesn't translate. Like he's one of those directors that his shit doesn't really work now anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like I'm curious to see like how he does with this, but also he's really really old. So hopefully they're getting into production soon because I don't know. Honestly I thought he died a while ago. I really did. So
good for him.
that was
He's still alive.
yeah. That's actually the first thing I thought when you mentioned his name. I was like, I'm so
80.
glad.
I mean,
I'm glad Homeboy's still kicking. There's something about these older directors trying to do stuff like they did back in the day that seems like such a great concept and such like it gives you like those nostalgic vibes.
Mm-hmm.
But then once you see it like come to fruition, it's kind of like like you should have just like do what John Carpenter's doing. You know, like John Carpenter is just
putting his blessing on everything.
Yeah, just executive producing, and he's still doing music and stuff. You know.
Yeah, he's doing the music for the new Halloween, isn't he? The new one, Halloween Kills.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's primarily what he does now. It's just music.
Nice.
But,
I forgot that he was the composers too.
Yeah. He knows where to stay in his lane. It's just like with the times.
Mm-hmm.
Walter Hill though, man. Oh man.
Still kicking.
I am curious about that though. I mean, I do like Willem Dafoe. I love Christoph Waltz, and yeah. So I mean, like that. Christoph that sounds Waltz like it
going back to the old
westerns.
Yeah, back to that area. They love seeing him on a horse.
He's gonna stick with the westerns, man. He just has a perfect aesthetic to be in a western.
Mm-hmm.
Just any period piece film. He's just good.
It's been a while since I've seen like a really, really good western, but there's this one that just came out, a trailer for. I think Regina King directed it.
No, she didn't direct it, but she's just in it. That movie looks great though. Idris Elba's in it. One. Yeah, Lakeith Stanfield.
What it's called. The Harder They Fall.
Yeah, no, that one looks good. I just watched the trailer for that too.
Yeah, Idris Elba versus what's his name? Jonathan Majors. It's got Zazie Beetz, Regina King, Lakeith Stanfield. Yeah, it's going to be really good.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Still need to watch Concrete Cowboys.
I do too.
I feel like
I'm with you
on my list. I only have a couple of movies on my list for favorite of the year so far. Are you racking up a list of the movies you like from this year so far?
I've started like writing some of them down. There's only been a few.
They're all up here. I remember them.
Yeah. There's only a few.
Yeah, I only have like three. One of them's Nobody. Nobody's on that list. I like that one.
Oh yeah, I think Nobody's gonna be on everybody's list. Mm-hmm. That one's solid. And Mitchell's versus the Machines, of course.
Oh, nice.
Another one. Yeah,
it's got the heartstrings of that one. Let's see. We got one more story.
Much better Phil Lord and Chris Miller movie than America the Motion Picture. That's for fucking sure.
Mm-hmm. How much did they actually have to do with that though? Did they just be like, yeah, we'll give you some money and then that's about it?
Dude, the thing is with it is that it's actually a pretty solid Clone High reunion with the cast.
Okay.
And Will Forte plays Abraham Lincoln, which he plays Lincoln in Clone High. Mm-hmm. We have Jason Mantzoukas playing Samuel Adams. Channing Tatum is George Washington. So there's a lot of good potential in it. The animation is pretty solid in it. I mean, like,
that's about it.
Yeah, you could tell that they probably had a lot to do with it, though. Like, you could tell that, like, they all had, like, a lot of fun making it, but it does not translate on screen.
Let's see. This movie got my attention because of the actors. It's called Manodrome. This is our last story. It's got Jesse Eisenberg and Adrian Brody and a girl named Riley Kill. I forgot. I don't know how to say her name. She's an American Honey, Mad Max, and a few other movies. I am not too familiar with her. Oh, Under the Silver Lake. But this movie is called Manodrome, and the synopsis says it follows an Uber driver and an inspiring bodybuilder, Ralphie, is inducted into a libertarian masculinity cult, and he loses his grip on reality when his repressed desires are awakened. So I don't know what direction that can go. But I recently saw a movie with Jesse Eisenberg called
The Art of Self-Defense.
Yes, and I hope it's something like that where it's just really dark.
It sounds exactly like that.
Sounds like another, like, he is one of those actors that can do that. I feel like I like Jesse Eisenberg a lot. I just rewatched Adventureland again And I
Love
like
it.
him a lot. I like Jesse Eisenberg, and I kind of miss him. He's nervous in real life. If you watch him, he's like a really nervous
Mm-hmm.
person to watch. He makes you anxious, but when you see him
Mm-hmm.
act, I think he channels everything well.
Yeah, you don't really see him have like a lot of range, but he's one of those actors that like I do really like him. The Double is another one that's really good.
Oh,
He
yeah,
was
that
really
one's
good in
bizarre.
Bavarium. I don't know if you
I
saw
wanted to
that.
see that one, but I haven't yet.
It's not that great of a movie, but him and Imogen Poots pretty damn good, especially him. He takes a turn in that. It's pretty wild. Um, but what was I gonna say? Um, oh yeah,
Adrian
no,
Brody.
this sounds exactly like Art of Self Defense. That's the only
Yeah,
reason why,
it's
like
definitely going to be all toxic masculinity and all that.
yeah,
That whole theme,
in a
obviously.
cult, like that's literally the Art of Self Defense.
Yeah,
Which
I would
is
recommend to people to watch it. It's pretty insane. If you like
very bizarre
Fight
movie.
Club, if you like Social Network, it's kind of a mixture of those in a way.
Dude,
Pacing
actually,
wise, and just like,
I just thought of this too. The Art of Self Defense and Vivarium have Jesse Eisenberg and Imogen Poots, and they both came out the same year.
oh yeah,
So,
wow, they probably, yeah, that's funny. That must have been cool.
and they're both really dark, twisted comedies. So there you go. There's that too.
Not familiar with the writer and director of this. He's done a lot of smaller movies, it looks like, and some TV, but I don't recognize any of these movies.
Yeah, I
The
don't
last
either.
one's called The Wound, which, oh, I think he's over. Oh, okay. I think he's a French director. That's why. Okay.
Okay.
I like Adrian Brody. He can be insane sometimes.
Yeah, I'm very hit or miss with Adrian Brody. Very, very hit or miss. He was in this one movie called High School, which I thought he was pretty good in. But his just overall personality is just super pretentious. He reminds me of Tom Hiddleston and Benedict Cumberbatch. You can tell I don't know. There's just something about them. I don't like. I feel like having a conversation with them would be awful.
Yes. What is let's see. What would I know Adrian Brody from? Oh yeah, I mean, I guess he's done
he's in a lot of good shit.
Yeah, he's in a Wes Anderson movie. I remember that.
Yeah, the Darjeeling Limited, and he's also in the French Dispatch
and the Grand Budapest Hotel. So he's been in like 3.
Oh yeah, the Grand Budapest.
Oh, and Fantastic Mr. Fox, which is the only one I haven't seen.
Oh, that's good.
Interesting. Oh yeah, King Kong. That's my favorite movie of his. That King Kong with Peter Jackson is my favorite one.
Yeah, no, he's been in a lot of movies. Did you ever see his Saturday Night Live fail?
Isn't he not allowed to host it anymore?
Yeah, because
he got banned.
He was introducing the musical guest, and he decided to put on a
breaking
Rasta.
News.
Oh shit!
Breaking news.
What happened?
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent will release on April 22nd, 2022. I mean, that's cool though. April 22nd, 2022. We got a date, which means we're gonna get marketing in the next few months, probably by the end of the year.
Probably by the end of the year.
That's
yeah, it was
awesome.
previously scheduled for March 19th.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
It's coming.
Okay. I want all of that. I want everything about that. Every single thing about the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent just makes the person inside of me.
Oh my God. Everyone's talking about it now. This movie, like they didn't know it existed, but everything's official now.
On Twitter.
Yeah. Once again, I'll just read the synopsis for the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent because people are freaking out. It says Nicolas Cage stars as Nicolas Cage in the action comedy The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Creatively unfulfilled and facing financial ruin, the fictionalized version of Cage must accept a $1 million offer to attend the birthday party of a dangerous superfan played by Pedro Pascal. Things take a wildly unexpected turn when Cage is recruited by a CIA operative played by Tiffany Haddish and forced to live Haddish, forced to live up to his own legend, channeling his most iconic and beloved on-screen characters in order to save himself and his loved ones with a career built for this very moment. The seminal award-winning actor must take on the role of a lifetime, Nicolas Cage. So it's like, what is that movie from Ben Stiller? He has to play his characters. Yeah, he has to play his characters. That's insane.
Oh, this sounds awesome because in the script, I don't know if it's available anymore, but the scenes where he does have to like play different scenes from his past films is just, it's fucking wacky. It's one of those like scripts when you read it, it's like, this has to be a joke. Like, how in the hell are they actually going to do this? Like, how is Nicolas Cage going to say yes to this? Because the beginning of it especially just rips him apart.
Yeah,
just talks about like all of his and names like actual movies that he's done, and like being like, dude, like you just got done doing The Seventh Son, like stop. Like,
okay,
we can't do this anymore. Like you're so out of debt. And what is, there's like another line in it about how many islands that he owns, and it talks about him being married to Elvis Presley's daughter. Like it's just like it breaks down it breaks down the man of Nicolas Cage. And so I think that I hope that it's going to be as wild. I hope they do it justice, because like it could be something that brings Nicolas Cage back to mainstream, because it's just so out there and it's so Nicolas Cage, but like it's just, it brings him down to earth, where you're just like, Nicolas Cage
glad we can finally count the days down. That's gonna sneak up on us, I think.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Cannot wait. That's all the movie news we have for this week.
Cool. I mean, the only thing that stuck out for me was the
what are we doing? What are we doing here right now? Was Rosaline?
Rosaline was a good one. Wasn't there one before that? Maybe Poptarts? It was just the Rosaline. No. It was Rosaline. The Pop-Tart one. Pop-Tart one, I'm
oh yeah, Dead for $1, maybe the Western.
That one sounds good.
Could go.
I'll go with Rosaline. Rosaline sounds like the one that I'll enjoy the most. I like God Yes, and
the writers of Dryer, I think it is, from Stranger Things.
Yeah, no, she's pretty.
That was originally a short film, so that was the movie that people were like, give us a bigger version of this, basically. So awesome. Yeah, those are all the news we have for this. This was episode 24. We did it so far. Yeah. We're almost at a quarter.
Yeah, when did we start doing this? We started doing this like in
mid-February?
Damn, dude. So
early February, I think, maybe.
So far, this has been my longest relationship.
And it's going strong.
Yeah, my least problematic one so far too.
The helpful thing is that we get to bring in guests, so it's kind of open. We get to have an extra person to really spice it up sometimes.
Yeah, we have a polyamorous working relationship.
Yeah, it's very exciting when we bring in another person like Patrick. All right, on that note, thanks for watching and listening, guys. I hope you guys download our episodes on Spotify or Apple or wherever you listen. Hit those bells, subscribe. Follow us on social medias. Tell your friends.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
There's me and Justin, or I guess Justin and I, grammatically correct, are producing and writing a short film right now, and we are doing the writing sessions, and we will be posting those online as episodes sooner. Well, I don't know if sooner than later, but eventually those will come out, and you guys will get to see a part of this process that we are called filmmaking. Hopefully it's worth watching. I think we're on a good pace. How do you think it's going so far?
I really like what you have started off. I did write a few pages after I read your stuff, but I left it at work.
So someone might have Steven Spielberg might have picked it up.
I'm just hoping that my coworkers, because especially like people that are opening, they tend to just be like, we've got to just get shit going. So they just start throwing shit away.
Mm-hmm.
So in my head, I'm pretty sure they threw it away, but I'm hoping they just like found it and they're like, this is some weird Justin thing. We're just gonna put this in the back.
Yeah,
Because that has happened before. I've left notes for jokes, and they were like wondering, and they couldn't read my handwriting, but they were like, it says dicks. This has to be Justin's. So Justin's comedy thing.
It says dicks.
Yeah, it says dicks all over.
Hopefully,
but just in case though, I did write some stuff in my Celtics about it. Nice. So I mean, like I got little ideas here and there.
So yeah, the process of this is very collaborative because him and I came up with the story together in a 1-hour session, and we're taking it from there and going back and forth. So that's going to be a fun experience for you guys to witness. Hopefully, if not, we're probably going to do it again sometime because it's going to be a part of us.
Yeah, because we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we could do whatever we want. This is our podcast. Cool. I guess I'll see you again at the next episode 25. That's going to be a big one.
Yeah, man.
Sweet,
sounds goody.
Yeah. So everyone wish Justin a happy birthday this week because it is the big one. 25.
25.
Cool. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you on episode 25.
Woohoo.
Peace.
Boy. What's up with all those Poptarts?